Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'm here today to share with you this super cute This Is Me folio. This was a happy accident folio because I used some scraps, and you'll see that explanation in the tutorial. And I just kind of kept the theme going. These 6 pieces here were what was left over from when I cut them out of the paper collection. I did it on the front and on the back. I just spaced them out even more just to give it a little different look to it. So I thought it was really cute. So I only used 2 sheets of the paper collection, which is Simple Stories. What is this? My Story. I only used 2 sheets because I used the front and the back, and I cut everything to where it fit perfectly in this entire album, including the cover and all 22 pages. So I did add a pocket, which I did not do the pocket in the tutorial, but the pocket measurement is in the description box below. So I added the pocket. Again, I used the rest of the scraps, and this is the branding strip. That worked out perfectly because I wanted it to be a little chaotic. Like, that's just how I am. A little chaotic, but somehow I work. And then my extra photo mats, I did the black and the more mustard to kind of just go in there. So this here is going to be a picture here and writing here. At first I was going to mat both sides with the more mustard paper, like the golden paper, but I wanted to showcase more of the paper. So only the white has the border. This is so you can write your feelings, your daily prompt, or if you don't want to have writing there, just, you can peel the white off and have another picture. So it'll look like this. If you put the if you want the border, it'll look like that. You can just enjoy your pretty paper with your various pictures instead of writing. That color makes my skin look really good in that picture. But yeah, so that's what I did it. This is going to be, this is going to be for my January This Is Me, where I celebrate 29 days of me with my handwriting for my kids. Or, if they throw it in the trash, well, I won't know. Maybe grandkids if I have them, I don't know. But yeah, so that's what it is, and it is just repeating, super simple. It's quick and easy to make. I think it took me about maybe 10 minutes to construct, and then probably like 500 days to mat. No, I'm just kidding. It actually was fairly quick for me to mat because everything was just solid and I just went for it. So that is what this is. I love it. You can do this for a December daily. There's 22 spots here. And then you can always add mats to make up for the rest of it. You can do this for a Halloween countdown, Valentine's Day, 22 days of I love you. I don't know. This is a great folio for anything. It's simple and you guys are going to love it. So please tag me if you make this. All right, guys, here's the tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to do the tutorial first before the video you just saw because this is how I figure things out. Now, I have this massive basket of scraps with my Paper Phenomenon paper, and I don't like to put this in a recycle bin or throw it away because this is really good paper. So what I decided is, obviously, I'm going to make a waterfall folio because that's what I love to do. And that's how I'm going to do my YouTube channel, with things that I love. So I was like, okay, how can I make this refreshing, a little different? I typically print my pictures in 4x6 or 2x3. So I literally just reached into the basket and I was like, okay, I saw a stack like this. This is going to be our next folio. And whatever was in that stack, that's what I said I'm going to make out of this. So then I wanted to use this more mustard paper, Stampin' Up. I love this more mustard. I don't think it's an active color anymore. I can't remember. I'm not a demonstrator anymore. And I wanted to do something like this. Kind of like a December daily, or what I do every year on my birthday, for my birthday month, which is January, I do 29 days of Tiffany. So I just kind of write down my feelings. I take a picture every day, like a selfie, just to celebrate me, right? Us as moms, as wives, as fur moms, PTA teacher, I don't know, whatever. We typically don't celebrate ourselves, right? We have albums of our kids, our grandkids, our dogs, our cats, our salamanders, whatever you have, but we typically don't celebrate ourselves. And so I decided to celebrate myself once a year. I do handwrite some stuff. I type other stuff, whatever. But that's what this project might be for. I don't know. This might be a gift. I don't know yet. So this is what I wanted to do. And I said, you know, I want one side that I can write and then one side for the picture. I want a waterfall. What can I do with these size papers? Some of them were already scored. What can I do? So I came up with this. Okay. I literally laid them together, figured out what it's going to be. I'm going to cut these down to the size that I want. And we're going to make this folio. So what you're going to need is, how I figured out the length of the outside folder that I need. I took one of the papers, scored it, folded it, determined what size I need, which is going to be by 5. So I'm going to cut this down to 5. Just so you guys, 5.5, just so you guys can see the process. And then the measurements are in the description box already, but I'm going to just show you behind the scenes. So this is what I did. Cut it down to 5.5. So I have this here. You can see some of the border. I'm going to mat this with probably like just solid paper, or I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to, I didn't decide what I was going to mat it with. It might just stay black and gold. I don't know. And then I was like, okay, so that's going to be 5 inches. That's one. 5.5 is another waterfall. 6 is another waterfall. 6.5, 7, and then that's it. So that's how many waterfalls I'm going to have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, because that's how it's going to be the length. I only had 10 of these. There you go. All right, so you need 10 pieces that are 5.5 by 3.5. Scored on the long side at 1/2 inch. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut and score all of those. So 5.5. Mine are already 3.5 by 5.5. These pieces were thrown away. I used to save those, but Kathy herself said, throw it away. 5.5. And she's the boss. All right, so go ahead and cut all of those pieces. I might have used too many there. And score them all, okay? And if you're a taper, go ahead and tape that 1/2 inch on the dented side. Okay, so once you have all of yours cut, scored, and taped, or cut and scored if you're a gluer, put that to the side. And I'm going to use some more scraps, and I'm going to cut this down to 3.5 by 7. This is just to put my waterfall on top. That's just my thing this month. Normally I stick my waterfalls directly to my book, but I've been loving matching them on a base paper. So I don't know if that's going to be my thing, but for right now, it is. So I'm cutting these 3.5 by 7, and I'm going to line my waterfall on top of that. 2, 3.5 by 7, waterfall base. Okay. Okay. And come over here just a little bit. Okay. All right. I'm putting 5 pieces on each base. And you know what? I probably should have made sure that these were all 3.5. This one seems to be over by quite a bit. So anyway, I'll go through and do that. But I guess I could have just made my base page a little bit bigger. Okay. I don't know what the heck I was just thinking with that. I put that down so bad. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and put our waterfall down. I'll show you one. Okay, so I did go through and cut them all down by that little 1/8 of an inch. It's just, I felt better with it that way. Alright, so we're just going to chug right along with our waterfall. Like so. Yeah, I'm trying new techniques to see if I like putting the waterfalls on upside down or this way. I don't think it really matters. Sometimes for me, things like that matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's weird. Like I can't put anything on straight unless my page is crooked. Just like when I write, if my page is slanted, I can write in a perfect straight line. If the page is straight, I cannot write in a straight line. I got a crooked brain, I guess. A lazy eye. I don't know. Something. Alright, so we have those done. And that also gives you that extra little bit for another picture or, you know, whatever you want. If you have like that little 1/8 of an inch over, cut it off or leave it. I'll probably just leave it. I don't care. Alright, so then go ahead and do your other waterfall. Alright, so hopefully you paused and got your 2 waterfalls all said and done. We're going to put those off to the side. We're going to go ahead and cut our paper now, which we are going to have 2 pieces. Well, you know what? I'm going to try this paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. Let me try it. It's just regular black paper, heavyweight. It doesn't say what weight it is. It just says heavyweight. Oh no, 80 pounds. That's what the paper phenomenon paper is too. So feels pretty nice. Ah, they're 2 different blacks, but that's okay. All right. So we need one piece that's 8.5 by 7.5. So it's already 8.5. So let's bring it to 7.5. And then our next piece, okay, actually wait, this piece needs to be scored on the 8.5 inch side at, oof, 1/2 inch. and 1 1/4. Okay. And the second piece doesn't need any scoring at all. That piece is 7 1/4 by 7 1/2. No scoring needed. I don't mind this Hobby Lobby paper so far. Okay. Sometimes I just like to use 8 1/2 by 11 paper instead of the 12 by 12. So I've been trying to find a good match with the paper phenomenon paper. I think this might be it. I do like the Stampin' Up, but they just raised their prices and now it's expensive for 24 sheets for I think $11 now, something like that, when I can get 50 at Hobby Lobby for $9.99. So, and then, you know, they go on that sale every so often. So I do love the quality of Stampin' Up though, but I'm not loving the price. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add tape to the bumpy side, and we are going to add our piece with no scoring to that. There's our booklet, and we're going to add our waterfall horizontally here and here. That is beautiful. Do I want to add a third section? I love a 3-section folio. I just love, love, love it. But I'm trying to get away from my exact norm. But I love a 3-section. Nope. We are going to be 2-section. That's it. I need to, so this is it. It's done. Right? Now you just have to mat. So you're going to mat everything here. And I'm going to go downstairs and grab a paper pack that I think will match this paper. And I'm going to mat. But your book is done-ish, construction-wise. Okay, I ran from the 2nd floor all the way down to the basement. But I found, just coincidentally, this paper pack that matches perfectly. And it's the This Is Me set from Simple Stories. So I guess this book is going to be about me. But I'm going to mat it. Okay, so I changed my mind a little bit. How I matted it. I just matted the just the words for I'm gonna write, and I need to add. No, actually, I think I'm good. I added photo mats because I think I am gonna use this for the 29 Days of Me, and there's 22, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Yeah, so I have plenty that I can go ahead and do 29 Days of Me, a couple of 4x6s, and the 2x2s. And I'm going to print a 2x2 so you can see it. Well, actually, I'll do that for the first video. So we're going to end this video here. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.